Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Beth with Create with Beth, and today we are going to be making this really beautiful friendship card. I love how it turned out. It's a little bit involved, but I tried to do a lot of the prep work ahead of time to make the video not super long. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I will start with a card base of white. This is a heavyweight cardstock today that I'm using, and it is cut at 5.5 by 4 1/4, and 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. So we'll go ahead and fold and burnish that. This is our base that we'll be using, and then you're going to need a couple pieces of cardstock. I have Azure Afternoon. And let me see if I can get an exact measurement for you. Where did I put my ruler out here? Got all kinds of stuff on my desk. This is cut to about just a smidge over 4 inches by a smidge under 4 1/4. So, and what I basically did is I cut this piece of Pretty in Pink cardstock. Let me give you that measurement first, actually. That measurement is 4 by 5 1/8. And then I cut the Azure Afternoon to be just a teeny bit larger than that. So just go a tiny bit over those measurements and you'll get this tiny little border. And then you're going to need some vellum. Let me show you the stamp set that we're going to be using. It is absolutely beautiful. This is called Flowers Fair, and it's one big background stamp. And what we're going to do is we're going to stamp this on a piece of vellum. So let me get my vellum out here. And we're going to do some embossing with that. So I have my anti-static powder tool here, and I'm going to go over that really well to get rid of any static that may make our powder stick where we don't want it. And then I'm going to bring in my stamp. I've got it mounted on my largest block. You might want to use a Misty or something like that to make it easier for you. I have Versamark ink, which is a clear watermark ink. It's kind of sticky. And you're going to go ahead and ink this up really super well. You want to get plenty of ink on there so you get a really good impression. I think that's good. And then let me bring in my foam mat here. Okay, so we're going to take this is a big stamp, big block, and we're going to just lay that down. And then I'm going to press pretty firmly on here. I want to get a really good, solid impression. This is where it might come in better to use your Misty so that you can go over it more than once if you need to. But I'm hoping that this will give me a super good impression. And I'm going to lift that off. And it looks like I got a very good impression. I don't know if that's showing up on camera. So we'll set this aside. We're going to bring in my white embossing powder and my little tray here, and we will go ahead and do this. Put the powder on. We'll have to do it in sections, and then we'll turn it around. Getting low on embossing powder. I might need to get some more. And this would be really pretty in gold, with gold embossing powder. I don't have any gold. I thought I did, but when I looked at my stash, I do not. So we're using the white. I'm going to bring my little brush that comes in this embossing powder kit. Excuse me. Get rid of any extra bits on there. Oh, and I got a dimensional in there too. All right, let's set this aside. I'm trying not to get all this embossing powder everywhere, but I probably will. I have got so much stuff on my desk. It is unreal, the mess that I have here. Okay, so we have this on here. Now we're going to bring in our heat tool and we're going to emboss this. Now with vellum, you want to be really careful. I'm going to go in from the back to kind of warm it up. As soon as this turns white, you want to, let me get a better view here so I can see it. You want to go ahead and move it to the next bit, because this, on vellum especially, this will burn quite quickly. So you want to pay attention to your process here and move it along. I think we got all of that. I hope I didn't. Did I burn that? No, I think we're good. Okay, so we have a beautiful embossed surface here. So now what you're going to do next is we're going to do some coloring on this embossed image. Now, if I went in from the front of this and embossed it, or colored it, what is going to happen is I'm going to color over these white lines, which I don't want. I want the white lines to stand out and stay put. So we are going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to bring in some different colors here. I'm going to show you the colors I'm going to use. I'm not going to color this entire image because it will take forever. I'm just going to do a few just to show you the colors I'm using and basically what I'm doing. So I'm going to bring in light, pretty, and pink Stampin' blends, and all I'm going to do is go over from the back one of these flowers for you, and it's just basic coloring. Just going to color that in like that. Super simple. Just stay within the lines. Okay, and we'll do another one. I apologize if you can hear my neighbor mowing his lawn. It's bright and sunny out, but it is cold. Okay, then we're going to bring in the dark, pretty, and pink, and I'm going to go over these white lines that the artist has put in the image. And I'm not being particularly careful or anything. I'm just going, you know, just kind of flicking over them. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to come in with Daffodil, or no, I'm sorry, not Daffodil Delight, Dark Lemon Lolly. And I'm going to color in the bottom bit of these flowers. Just like so. We have these little buds here. I'm going to come in with dark, pretty, and pink and color those just like so. Then we have these little tiny flowers, and I'm going to come in with Azure Afternoon. This is the light. Super simple coloring. Just stay within the lines. That's all you have to do. Do another one over here. It's just so relaxing. You can just put on some music or a good TV show and go at it. I have the dark Azure Afternoon, and we'll do those detail lines. Just like so. It doesn't have to be perfect. This kind of has like a watercolor effect, so it's okay if it's not perfect. I'm going to come in with dark pecan pie and do the insides of those flowers. Oh, I'm getting ink on me. Then I have the light pecan pie, and I'm going to show you down here at the bottom. We have these little, I'm not sure what they are. They're probably supposed to be green, but I'm making them into kind of like little seed things. Coloring those in just like that. And finally, for the leaves, we're going to use light shaded spruce because it's the only green that I have in the Stampin' Blends. And again, you don't have to be perfect. It's going to look really good no matter what you do. I'll just do a few of these leaves. And that's it, guys. That's exactly how it's done. You flip it over and you get these awesome muted pastel looking flowers. It looks so pretty. I absolutely love it. So I have already gone ahead and done one complete and finished it, and I've trimmed it down. Let me give you the measurements of this one. It's probably going to be some odd number because I just eyeballed it. But this is approximately, it's just a tad over 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Okay. And basically I'm cut that so that it could be mounted on top of our pretty in pink piece, just like that. So we're going to go ahead and start putting this card together. Now, first I want to do some stamping on the inside of the card. And for that, I brought in a very old stamp set called Create with Friends. I don't know what year this came out. I really wish they would put the year on here. Do they? I don't see the year, but this is for sure probably retired. And we're going to use a couple of the stamps from this set on our card. And what I have done is I have used the big Friends in here, and I took a piece of that pretty in pink and embossed it with the white, and that's for our front of our card. And then for the inside, we're going to use the sentiment Forever. Let's bring in the pretty in pink ink. And we'll just get this stamped right here. See if we can get it straight. There we go. So it says Friends Forever. Can't have too many friendship cards in my opinion. All right, now let's go ahead and start putting this together. So we'll start with the Azure Afternoon piece. And what do I want to use? Do I want to use tape runner? I'm running really low on tape runner, but let's go ahead and use this until it runs out on me, which probably won't be too much longer. I should buy some more. I have an order that I want to place with Stampin' Up, but I'm holding off until we have a free shipping day, which I hope won't be too much longer. Okay, we're going to just center that on the front of our card, and then we'll take this piece, the pretty in pink piece, and put this on top of the Azure Afternoon. So really, once you get the embossing done and the coloring done, this goes together quite quickly. You're just going to have a tiny little border of the Azure Afternoon. Now, to put this onto the front of our card, we're going to use liquid glue, and it is okay to use the liquid glue. It's not really going to show through very much. We're just going to do little dots here and there on our back of our flowers and other images. And if it does show through, it might just look like, you know, like a part of the design. Just put a little bit here and there. Just little dots. And then I gotta stay in frame. I'm really bad at getting out of frame, I know it. All right. Just like so. It's so pretty. I just love how that looks. And you could use, you don't have to use alcohol markers. You could use, I think Stampin' Write markers probably would work. You could use colored pencils. That would look really cool. Isn't that nice? All right, we're going to bring in some dimensionals, and we're going to pop our sentiment on the front of our card. Oh, and I forgot to say that this sentiment piece was cut using some dies here. Let me show you. These were the Stylish Shapes dies, and I used this large one here. Oh, and I just threw it on the floor. Where did it go? Oh, I'll have to find it later. It's on the floor somewhere. I'm so not together today. I got a huge mess to clean up, but we'll take care of that later. Okay. And then this is going to go right about here. I think that looks good. And finally, we're going to bring in some of, where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Pearl Basic Jewels for the front. I think this just calls for pearls. And we'll just stick one there. One down here. And one up here. And there we go. That is our card, guys. So easy, but so pretty. So I hope you enjoyed this card making tutorial. I hope you will give this a go yourself and see how much fun it is to color on vellum. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.